Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 1, well, episode 0, I guess, of the Demonetized Podcast live on YouTube. Except not live, but pre-recorded. Hey! Woo! We're 3 people. We're 3 YouTubers coming together to talk to you guys, I guess, watching, listening.
Yep.
My name is Endigo, and I'm also here with the one and only, you know him as the guy who did the Loai intro, Mr. Day by Dave!
Woohoo! Thank you very much.
Hey! Hey, Dave! How you doing?
How's it going? Also, you cannot forget that we're also here with the illustrious...
Oh, yes!
I stole that word from someone. Maya Fennec! How's it going,
Hey,
Maya?
Hey! Hey guys!
The illustrious. Dude, I was just hoping that
what
you were
does
gonna do
that even mean? Endigo always introduces me that way, but I don't know what does. Okay, so Dave, what does the word illustrious mean to you?
We're not native English speakers. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like it's like the wonderful kind of. I think.
Wonderful,
Well,
kind.
That's all right then.
No, you know, but it's on the
wonderful.
no, it's on the same level of wonderful, you know. So it's a compliment. It's a compliment. It's a good thing.
All right, it's a good word at least. It doesn't mean like I don't know, smells like poop.
You called me like voluptuous one time.
Oh no,
Voluptuous. I was like, wait, what?
What you
No,
guys
I never
actually during your own time.
Oh, I didn't actually call you. I said, like, I was gonna say illustrious, but I said that I almost accidentally said voluptuous because they sound kind of similar to me as in Swedish person.
Well, I think they're both compliments. I think it's just slightly different.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, neither of them is inherently negative, I guess. The Ali A meme has like transcended Ali A the person.
I know.
Which is
he's changed his intro.
Yeah, I've seen, but
did?
he changes back and forth. He used the meme intro as well, like a few days ago, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
What a legend. I quite like it. I like him. I think he's alright.
I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with him, really. I've tried to Google because I don't watch him that actively. I've seen a few of his videos, like especially looking for stuff to remix. I watch a few of his. How good is he really at Fortnite? Like on a skill level?
He's actually pretty good. Like
If you compare it to Ninja,
well, he's not like he doesn't do crazy build and everything, but he's really good. But he's not that good that it's like this is just like he's just too good, man. You know what I mean? Because sometimes but he only puts out videos of him winning most of the time. So they're normally good games. But I did actually get into him because I started playing Fortnite and I was like, yeah, who's the big Fortnite guy? And he's a big one on YouTube, isn't he? But yeah. Yeah,
because like he is like the biggest Fortnite player in the world aside from Ninja. But I looked at like I found some website with like Fortnite kind of stats and top lists, and I searched Ali A's name because Ninja was number 1, but he was like he was not by a huge margin. There was some other guy who was number 2 right behind. And I searched Ali A's name, and he was nowhere on the list at all. So I was like, huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think he's not like a crazy pro player. He because I think he just puts out good games because his videos. He's not streaming, you know what I mean? Whereas Ninja is playing all the time, isn't he? Like all day, every day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's streaming like
he's just so
crazy much.
I know.
It's interesting because Ninja was like by far the fastest growing YouTuber, even though he's technically not even a YouTuber. But he was the fastest growing YouTuber of all time by like so much just a few months ago. And now he's like...
Yeah, how's it going for him now?
So that's the thing. His trajectory of growth has slowed down so much. Like he's like growing at maybe 30% the rate of what he was, which is still like double PewDiePie's daily numbers and like 5 times Jake Paul's numbers. So like he's still doing insane, just not as insane as he used to.
Yeah, it's also the game though. Like it's how well the game's performing, you know, because people are still into Fortnite. But,
for sure.
You know, a couple months ago, it was massive. Like, so everyone just was part of it, even like Drake and, you know.
Yeah, I do still think it's kind of up there, though. I mean, it's still fairly huge, for sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Guys, did you see the little?
Are the Paul brothers still like growing in the same pace?
I don't think so.
I think Jake. No, I think Jake is growing all right, but like Logan is like dead. So
yeah, well, he stopped posting as much, didn't he?
Yeah, he does like a video a week, if even.
Daily.
He's building up for his big boxing match with KSI.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When is that happening?
I think it's August.
Wow. You gonna watch
London? I probably will, just for the memes. But the thing is, I heard on another podcast that they're having another boxing match in LA like the year after.
Oh shit!
But but sure, like it's not going to be like I guess it's going to be a rematch, but surely it kind of defeats the point if you're going to have two, because like the whole point is like someone's going to win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
So it's just to sell tickets to another big stadium.
Yeah, I mean at this point it's clearly like a media spectacle more than anything else.
Yeah. Even though I did see that the tickets aren't selling that well.
Oh really?
They aren't.
Yeah, apparently not.
How many? Like, how big is the event?
I think it's like in one of the biggest stadiums in like London or Europe. It's like a huge stadium, but I think they expected
like Wembley or something.
Yeah, it's Wembley. I think. Is it Wembley? I think it is.
Really? Dude.
Oh, really?
But they've sold hardly any tickets. Because like I think they kind of.
Oh man.
But we'll see.
Dude,
you know, everyone's
weird.
gonna stream it. You know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna watch it on stream, aren't they? So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Totally.
Dude, when we were in America a few weeks ago, last day before we went back to Sweden, we were like, we gotta visit Walmart. That's the ultimate American thing. So we got in an Uber and drove to Walmart near Anaheim where we were staying, and just walked around Walmart for an hour, and they sold like wall posters of random stuff. Sorry.
Did you get any Jake Paul merch? Because I think he sells stuff there, doesn't he?
See, that's the thing. Like in the poster section, they had like Minecraft posters and like whatever posters and Jake Paul posters. And
it's like
and that was
so
like,
many different
there were no other
models
YouTuber posters. There were no other pop idol.
Nope.
There might have been like a Justin Bieber poster.
No.
But like Jake Paul was the only like person with their own poster, and then the rest was like Minecraft, Star Wars, Stranger Things.
Did you not see the highlights or the press conference of the KSI and Logan Paul fight? Because there was this
I did see I did see him going like Walmart, that thing.
Yeah, and that's why it's so ironic, because he has a deal with them to sell merch there. So he was like taking the mick out of them. He's like, dude, you sell your merch at Walmart, man. You like, but yeah, it's
maybe that was like part of the deal though. Like Walmart is like, yeah, okay, you can sell your merch here, but we want you to give us a shout out for at least 5 seconds during this press conference. And he was like, God, how did I do that? Walmart, Walmart.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, you had the full American experience then if you got to see some Paul merch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. If we hadn't ended on that extremely, extremely high note, I would have thought the entire trip was like worth nothing.
So how was it there, guys?
Thank you, Jake Paul.
Did you have a good time in America? You too?
Yeah, we did. It was really something. So different from Europe. And like,
oh yeah, for sure.
We've traveled a lot. I've traveled so much. Like through Asia and well, most of Europe, but America, that's really something else. It's everything was so like
big.
It wasn't made for walking people. It was so big and like adjusted for cars rather than people.
Yeah.
Like when you were walking around.
Yeah.
And it was really like a car city.
Yeah, like
LA and Anaheim.
Yeah, and in stark contrast to a city like Tokyo, where we spend a lot of time, which is not built for cars in the same way, because like all the roads and streets, like there are cars there, but the roads are so small and so narrow, and like you might as well just walk everywhere because it's way more convenient. And this was like such a total opposite. So it was a bit of a culture shock in a very unexpected way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it kind of what you expected, just a bit more extreme, or was it completely different?
I mean,
I guess you could say, it was like a bit more extreme, but kind of what we expected.
Yeah, I mean, you do have these kind of images about what America is gonna be, like kind of prejudice, I guess. But in so many ways, like it lived up to all our prejudice. So yeah, I mean, it was great. I loved it, but like, dude, like the medium-sized soda at McDonald's were like bigger than the large soda in Japan. So
yeah. And they have another, they have another size as well, don't they?
as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have the big gulp, which is like. It's like 5 or 6 large ones in Japan. It's insane.
It's pretty nuts. And
I think like I filmed a vlog. Maybe it was like the first day or something. We were walking through the parking lot of Taco Bell, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
And I find someone had thrown away like a large cup.
Yeah,
on the ground,
I did see that.
I swear it was. Yeah, it was bigger than my foot.
Yeah, it was like a bucket,
huge.
you know.
Yeah, I was like, "What? You drink from this?"
I know.
And I think to American people, it's not too weird because they're so used to it. They're like, "What? Yeah, we have those
I know.
sizes.
Yeah, it's totally not.
So.
It's crazy.
Yeah, nobody reacted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. You had a good time though
Crazy.
at the conventions and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was insane. I mean, E3 was amazing. VidCon, I was a little bit let down, not by the convention itself, I guess, but rather by our experience at it.
Yeah.
But maybe next year it'll be better. Maybe next year we'll all go as featured creator. Who knows?
Yeah, I think a good thing with VidCon is like because so many creators go, it's like you can guarantee a certain amount of people being there. If you can like beforehand connect up with them and say, hey, I'm going to be there. Do you want to meet up? Like, I think that's the benefit of it. But otherwise, if you're not like, if you don't have a creator pass, then you just sit like in an empty hall, in you. So it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So they had all of these like lectures. Yeah, but like the biggest difference I think from E3 and VidCon was that you need to be at least 17 to even like enter the grounds of E3.
Yeah, that's good.
And at VidCon, everybody it was just kids, man.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Everywhere.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so, it was definitely like a kids festival rather than a like YouTube video creator thing. So yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was like they had all these workshop and bonding. What was they called?
Like networking seminars and stuff.
Yeah, networking seminars that you could, you know, apply for and go to. But we didn't go to any of those. Maybe we should have.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
We had a few of them scheduled, but luck so happened that we were kind of hungover when they took place. So
fair enough. You know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Just go
for sure. But it was all good fun, you know. Definitely going back for E3 next year either way, and. I mean, if VidCon hits the week after E3 again, then, you know, maybe might as well. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping to.
Sure thing.
If things work out, yeah.
Yeah, but it was definitely like, it was a really cool experience to have been there and like seen it with your own eyes.
Yeah.
It was really like nothing we expected, but it was cool to have been there.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, just to have the experience of it.
Yeah, well, even going to LA is an experience, I guess, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Totally.
Like just like even like had there not been any conference at all during these weeks, like just cruising around the lanes and beneath the trees and like eating all the food, like it still would have been such a trip.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot,
for sure.
There's a lot of American food I want to try. So.
Dude, let's do it next year.
Yeah, I've never had Taco Bell.
Yeah, we should go together. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh, I've only had Taco Bell once, and that was in Finland.
Yeah, that was pretty good though. I mean, it was good. It was nothing mind-blowing to me, but it was pretty good, yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty good. We had something called like a meal for two. We got so much food. I filmed it. I did a vlog.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, one of my boat vlogs from Endigo's birthday.
Oh, cool, yeah.
It was for my birthday, that's right.
Yeah. We took a cruise for your birthday, and I
do fancy
it was crazy.
I think the biggest surprise, though, when it comes to American food in America this time, was definitely IHOP, which is, of course, the International House of Pancakes, where we went to have burgers, which is not what they are necessarily famous for. But, man, that burger. Dude, I mean, no kidding. That's probably, to date, the best burger I've ever had.
No way.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Good. It was so incredibly juicy. Probably because it was like dripping with fat. Even the bread, it was like chewing on a like. Imagine you have a piece of bread and you you dip the bread in water and you forget it and leave it there for like an hour. Then you take it out and it's like soaking and you take a bite and it goes like. that was the entire burger, but salty. It was like, I mean, it was simultaneously like it was so disgusting, but it was also so good. So
after a couple of drinks of it would be really good.
Yeah, dude, I want to have one of those again.
I'm a little bit disappointed at their pancake because I'm a big pancakes are my favorite dish in the whole world.
Me too.
But they're
there we go.
Cool. We should have pancakes out there.
We should
pancake party.
Their pancakes were so expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make you Swedish pancakes, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the best pancakes.
I love
dude,
pancakes.
IHOP even had Swedish pancakes on the menu as its own item.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
God, now I'm just hungry. I'm just really hungry.
Hey, how about for the 100 episode special of this pod, we do a pancake party?
Yeah, that's a genius idea. We'll get sponsored by IHOP and everything.
Yeah, oh dude. And they can bring us all the pancakes and one burger for me.
Yes, we can film it in their place.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. Amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, wonderful. Yeah, so stay tuned for next VidCon pancake special.
Pancake special.
Yeah. Pancake special!
Before we carry on, should we tell everyone a little bit about ourselves and go, just in case there's people from your channel who don't know me and Maya and the opposite.
Yeah, of course.
So Maya, ladies first.
That is a great idea. I probably should have done that before everybody probably tuned out, but
yeah, it's alright, isn't it?
That's alright.
That's true. Well, okay, I can start.
Yeah, ladies first.
My name is Maya. Thank you. My name is Maya Fennick.
Hi, Maya.
I mainly do... Hi! I do a lot of music stuff. I've played in a lot of different bands. Only active ones now are one band I have in Japan called Bokkura no Fune, and my ongoing solo project, which I also, I just released a new music video yesterday on my channel, so you can find it there.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
Which you
filmed in California.
Yeah, you also recorded when you were away.
Yeah, we did.
That's awesome.
Also, I do a lot of Pokemon stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot of Pokemon on that channel.
I'm a huge Pokemon nerd, so yeah.
That's cool.
Want to see some?
If you love Pokemon, you found the channel, and if you love Digimon, you can watch it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So that pretty much sums up, and a lot of travel vlogs, I guess, on my channel.
Yeah.
That's what you find, Pokemon travel vlogs and music videos. And,
what's the full channel name? Is it Maya Fennick? Yeah.
I think it's just Maya Fennick.
Cool. It'll be linked in the description.
YouTube.com/Maya Fennick.
Yeah. Maya Fennick. Thank you, Endigo.
You're welcome.
And a lot of me and Endigo travel a lot together in work and stuff. So he's on there. We're doing quite a lot of collabs and stuff.
Yeah, you stream a lot as well, don't you?
I think I got 2 different videos with you in them as well, Dave. So.
Yeah, right.
When we met up in London.
Got the full thing going.
So that's cool.
You stream a lot together as well, don't you? On both of your channels.
Yeah, we do.
Which is
cool. We're actually going to be a slight spoiler. We're going to be streaming a taco party tonight over on my channel. So yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I wish I was there. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I wish you could come.
So
if you somehow get your ass to Sweden, you're welcome to join.
Yeah.
As soon as I finish recording
next plane and join us for tacos tonight. So Maya, how did you end up on this podcast?
Oh gee.
I don't
know.
How did any of us end up on this podcast?
How did anyway? Yeah, I was just gonna ask you the same.
So I guess the story is that I was a fan of Maya's band. For those who don't know, many years ago, she used to sing in a band, and I used to
a Swedish post rock / math rock band.
Yeah, and I listened to that band without knowing who you were, and I thought the music was good.
Yeah, we didn't know each other then.
No, and then at a party, I just overheard my friend and some other person talk about this band. And I was like, "Oh, you know about this band? That's really cool." And my friend looked so embarrassed, Jesus.
They played one of the songs in the bar we were
Yeah, that's what it was. And so I go up to my friend and the other person, and like, "Oh, you know this band?" My friend looks super embarrassed, and the other person turns out to be you. Says, "Yeah, it's my band." I go, what?
I think I said something like, yeah, it's such a loser. The singer is such a loser because I was the one singing. But Endigo didn't realize that he was talking to me. So we were like, no, she's not a loser. They're so cool. And I was like,
super cool.
I'm the singer. I was joking.
That's amazing. I love that story.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
yeah,
now
and I was so starstruck
really
all evening.
funny.
I was super awkward. Like, oh my god, it's her. And then we got drunk and then we danced. It was so fun.
It was so fun. We danced to Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Really cool.
It's like 4 years ago or something. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Right.
So Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
That's a good question. Who am I? The main thing is I just do stupid YouTube music videos, including remixes like Endigo, which are always fun to do.
Like Endigo. Dude, I just ripped you off, man.
Yeah,
you are the OG dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't the first remixer.
No, you weren't, but still.
But before that, I did mostly stupid songs. Like I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. I've got a song on my channel about mayonnaise on pizza. I've got a song on my channel about celery. I got a song on my channel about eating a biscuit. So that's kind of how I started, but because I've always done that, and then I just kind of got into remixes a bit.
That's wonderful.
And do stupid stuff on YouTube, like you, Endigo.
Yay! That's the best way to do stuff. Do it stupid and do it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's the best way. What about you, Endigo?
Oh jeez. So I've been I'm also a YouTuber. Sorry?
What do you do?
What do I do? I'm also a YouTuber. I'm running a channel too. I'm also a musician, I guess. I've been. Where do you start? It's kind of a broad question. Well, like Maya, I've been singing in bands for a while. I'm still singing in a band called Batar. Pretty cool, check us out. But I'm also doing stuff on YouTube. It's a lot of stupid music videos, a lot of remixes, some vlogs in between. I do some streams, a lot of like Japanese. I'm very interested in Japan. Like Maya, we travel there a lot. But like, there's a lot of Japanese pop culture, a lot of Japanese games, like Japanese J fashion, Japanese music, visual K, stuff like that, mixed with like gaming and stuff. And I've been doing that for, I think I started in early 2015, really trying to like do YouTube as a thing. And then in the summer of last year, pretty much me and Dave hooked up because we were both featured in the same PewDiePie thing. So we were like, oh my god. Yeah. And our channels kind of blew up the very same night. And here we are, met by destiny almost. So yeah.
Crazy, man. Yeah, it's nuts. It's a bit of a we'll have to one podcast. We'll have to go into detail on all that stuff because that's his own story.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure.
Endigo, you were also a YouTube First Up winner, right? Next up.
YouTube Next Up.
Oh yeah, Next Up.
Sorry, yeah.
YouTube Next Up.
Dude, that is correct. Man, so much has happened since I'm like, that happened.
I know.
But that's true. That was in like December of 2015.
Like
I guess. No, 2016. No.
Is it that late?
Wait. No, 2016. Yeah, for sure. So YouTube hold this competition a few times a year. Yeah. So YouTube, they hold this competition a few times a year at all the different YouTube spaces, which are the huge YouTube studio complexes. They have a few around the world in LA and London and Berlin and Tokyo. And so they have YouTube Next Up a few times a year, which is a program. You can apply for it if you have anywhere between, I think, 10K and 100K. And if you get in, you and like 5-10 other people get flown out to YouTube space for a week. And it's kind of like VidCon in a way. Like there's a lot of seminars and workshops and lunch every day for like 5 days. And then you get a voucher to buy some production gear. And it's pretty cool. And I was the Swedish dude who got to do that in 2016, sorry. That was insane. Cool. So I spent a week over there. And my channel was so small. And I was like, what am I doing with my life?
Hey, you had like 25K or something.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But I was like the smallest channel there at the time among these 15 people who were there. But it was actually pretty cool because two of the channels who I met there, who I think some of the channels I connected the most with were both educational channels. One of them was called Soliloquy, and he makes like flash animated educational videos about like hypothetical scenarios, like what would it take for New Zealand and Australia to unite or stuff like that, and it's all very well done. As well as another channel called Draw Curiosity. She makes like science videos about like how can flies fly, stuff like that. I don't know, I'm too stupid to get those videos. But I connected with them. They were quite nice people, and we didn't really talk. But then we met both of them at VidCon this year, like a year and a half later.
We did. They were so nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They were like, oh, here we are. On the other end of the world.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
shout out to Draw Curiosity and Soliloquy if you're into becoming smarter. Yeah.
That's so cool.
That was pretty cool.
Dude, that's crazy.
But yeah, man, Dave, it's been a long journey. You know, the first time I saw you ever was back when Pewds featured your old family-friendly Felix. When was that? That was long ago.
Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. But that was like the...
Yeah, that was definitely the first time I heard.
Yeah.
Like, I heard your voice as well.
But because I figured out me and Endigo were featured in 2 of the same videos before all of that happened. We just didn't realise that we were both in the videos. There was another one. The first ever green screen contest, I did a song called Papa Pewds.
Yeah, so...
which I think you were
and
in
Endigo
as
did
well.
My Name is Jeff, right?
Oh no, did you do one before?
Yeah. My Name is Jeff was the first one. The only thing...
No, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, the thing with Nanda.
Yeah, so we were in a cringe compilation a year before that he reacted to. And and that was kind of a meme, and he was like...
Yeah, I remember that.
This like, play this on my funeral, please. So that was kind of
I remember, yeah.
But yeah, but
I didn't know that was you until later on when we connected. It's crazy.
Oh, but did you see that video back when he did that?
Yeah, dude, I'm a hardcore Pewds fan.
Oh man,
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Well, did you? So, Dave, before you knew Endigo, did you cringe when you saw that video? Let's be honest here.
I'm the right audience for that kind of stuff because I love like stupid YouTube music videos with over the top editing. That's like my favorite thing on YouTube. So I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Cool.
I can understand people cringing if I'm really honest.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
I just loved it over the top editing. I love that stuff. I think it's the best.
That's
what I want. I want to do more of that. I think it's crazy. But yeah, how was that? What happened then? Did that channel get some attention then after that?
Dude.
Do you want
to
explain to people a little bit about that? Because the context, I haven't given any context.
Okay, so sure. Yeah. So I used to do this project called Nanda with my friend Kitcha, and it was like a duo. We did like parody music videos, kind of pop songs. I think the project started when we did the absolute first music video we did. It was a song called Empire, and it was kind of a electronic pop song. We both sang together and like danced around, and I guess it was supposed to initially be kind of a serious project, but I guess the production was pretty bad because we didn't really know what we were doing in terms of music production, and so it got a bunch of dislikes.
When was this in terms of like?
Dude, this was back in 2014.
Which year was this?
14 maybe? I don't know. And then we kind of evolved the project from there. We released maybe 3 or 4 more singles after that, which was like progressively more and more stupid lyrics, but still kind of seriously produced music, pop songs and music videos. We were
like high quality but stupid.
Yeah, we were like heavily influenced by Ylvis on YouTube. Who are a Norwegian duo. They do like comedy music videos. Yeah, they've done like The Fox and a bunch of others, and I love them. So we were like, we were trying to be them. Yeah. We were trying to do their kind of stuff, but with a bit more of a kind of geeky, kind of Japanese weeb kind of touch to it. Weeby version of Ylvis. And so we did this one video because we had a meeting, I guess, at Kitcha's place that was like, okay, we need to make a video that goes super viral and like gets featured in like, because we were hoping to get it into like cringe compilations, like how do we go ultra viral? And we had this idea to make a video that was supposed to be called Get Wrecked, and it was supposed to be like a dubstep song, and the entire lyrics would be, I asked Kitcha to like just write down every single dead meme you can think about. that's been dead and like nobody jokes about anymore. And Kitcha was like, well, okay, we got Long Cat, we got Firing my laser. I'm like, that's good, keep them going. So we basically just had this list of old like mid 2000s memes, and we kind of just read out all the memes and added that to a beat, and that's basically the entire song. And then we did this crazy music video in front of a green screen with like all these dead memes flying around, with us in the video acting like these are the fresh memes, hoping that people would take the bait. And oh boy, did they ever!
Yes,
yeah,
they did.
that video was later.
But it took a while, like when Endigo. Oh, sorry, when Pewds reacted to it, that was like.
Yeah.
How that was.
So at that point, the video had already been up for like a year,
Yeah.
Right.
and it had gotten like maybe 100,000 views, which back then, in a year, was like insane numbers for us. We were like, holy smokes, this is like, it's reached its peak already.
Well, that's still a really good video.
Thanks so much.
Like,
Thank you. Yeah, I guess the editing is still kind of okay.
You're welcome.
That was my first attempt at ever doing anything green screen, and we didn't actually have any green screen. We just had Kitcha had this blue bed sheet so that we like taped to the wall. So God, yeah.
Yes.
Oh god.
That makes the video so much better.
You can tell from both our hairs are like the hair
Yeah.
kind of don't really match because we had like blue in the hair and like. Yeah, oh boy. But yeah, so anyway, we did that video, we posted it, thought it was pretty good. It got like 90% dislikes because we keep like all these Nanda videos, we kept spamming them on 4chan and like created our own try not to cringe threads and always started with those videos just to get views and clicks, just to see what would happen. And eventually that video made it into a try not to cringe compilation that PewDiePie did a video on. And so that out of nowhere, I mean, that video got like, I think 25k views in 48 hours, just from that, which was still insane numbers back then. So the next day, we recorded a follow-up song and music video that we called PewDiePie Made a Fucking Video About Us. And so that is also on YouTube, by the way. You don't have to look up any of this. It's all pretty bad in the grand scheme of things.
I'm gonna watch it all again.
Yeah, please do.
It's like its own genre.
I remember when we were Endigo, you and me, we were in the car with your dad when PewDiePie
we were going to a
the
party when suddenly my Twitter people go like, PewDiePie reacted to your thing.
Yeah, and I remember I didn't like believe you because suddenly you just shoved your phone like, Maya, look at this, and it was like PewDiePie in the corner reacting to the video, and I was like, what have you done? Like, have you edited him into the video or what is this? You're like, no, this is real. I was like, what?
And it's really one of those, like, you look at the screen, you see what's happening, you see like us flying around, you see Pews, but your brain doesn't really click. You're like, what am I watching exactly?
Is this for real?
There's nothing like it, really, is it? It's quite a strange thing.
Like the first time it ever happens, like, it's like, whoa. I can imagine it was like that with you, with family friendly Felix.
Yeah, well, it's a story behind it.
How was that, dude?
Tell us about that.
That was it's a good example because what happened is one night I got a message from my cousin's friend. He's someone that I don't really know, but like, you know, he knows me well enough to like message me. And he was like, oh, dude, so this was probably about 10, 11 p.m. And he's like, dude, congratulations. He's like, PewDiePie just tweeted out your song, Family Friendly Felix. And I was like, what? So I checked Twitter and I was like, damn, he tweeted it out. So I like got out of bed. I ran downstairs. I woke up my sister. I was like, yeah, check this out. Like, and then I went back upstairs and I was like, the tweet was deleted. And I was like, oh, really? Man. Oh. So I was just sitting in bed. I was like, oh, what's happened? Is he like gone onto the channel and then watched a video with me and thought, actually, nah, you know, I'm not going to share this. Like, So I was like, I went from like the highest high to like the lowest low. So anyway, I went.
I can imagine. Oh, wow.
And then the day after, he was streaming, and this was one of his first streams when he went through that phase of streaming, and I got on really early.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hey Pew, it's like you tweeted out my song and deleted the tweet. I was like, what's going on? And then he was like, oh. He's like, Day by Dave, dude, I saw your video. He's like, I loved it. He's like, I'm going to react to it in another video. And I was like, what?
My God, dude.
But no one was on that stream. There was like 10,000 people on the stream. So I was like, okay, I can't really tell anyone just in case he never makes the video. Because, you know, sometimes that doesn't happen. So like for 2 or 3 days, I was like holding it in. And then eventually I showed like Rose and her brother. And I was like, I just opened my phone and because I had the clip enlisted on my YouTube channel, and I just gave him the phone and I kind of like walked to the other side of the room and they watched it and we were just freaking out. And then he did a video on the whole thing, so it was crazy. There's nothing like it, man. It was nuts.
So cool.
Yeah. So what was that like? The first initial when he just released the first ever reaction to one of your songs, like the first maybe 5 hours from him posting the video, like what was those hours like for you?
So I think it was this example. So one of the it had to be this. I was actually working in a recording studio the day after, I think. So the video went up like in the evening, and then overnight like the channel was blowing up. But the day after I had this really early morning and I was working for someone else. Like it was one of my first times working for him in the studio, because I thought it could be a potential work opportunity. So, and I just didn't sleep all night. I was like on my phone, like even when I was trying to sleep I was just so excited. But then I had to be up at 6 o'clock going to the studio, so I was like in this recording studio session all day, absolutely knackered, but it didn't matter because I was so excited. But I will say one thing. So I'm not really like a fanboy over anything really. Like there's things I like, there's things I'm a fan of, but there's never really been anything that I was like, I really need to see this person, or I really want to like see this person, until PewDiePie, and I cannot explain why. I don't know why, but I was such a fanboy of him. So it was a crazy thing. It was nuts.
Yeah.
So,
oh my god. Yeah.
Like,
dude, I'm like getting all like nostalgic myself from like last year, just hearing the story, like remembering all the feelings, like, oh man, yeah, for sure.
It's pretty crazy, like, and just look.
Because I gotta say, like for being like the first, because like for being the first kind of feature thing you got, that was a massive thing. It was not like just because
I had
like in the my name's Jeff, for example. Because like
didn't he do like a whole like he checked out your channel and the video and stuff?
Yeah, like the first like 3 minutes of the video is like a shout out to you, basically.
So cool.
Yeah, and he sent Jacksepticeye a remix that I did of him. And he
even says that in the video, like, oh, I gotta send this to Jack.
Yeah, it's weird. It's nuts, man. It was crazy because it was like, it's really great when someone you look up to shout or whatever. But as at the time, I was such a fanboy as well. It was just like there was nothing out. It was kind of weird because after that, I was like, I felt a bit like, oh man, like I've achieved that. What do I do now? You know what I mean? Even though
where do I go from here?
Oh yeah,
sure. You know what I mean? But I was at that point, I was such a fanboy that it was like, how can I get higher than this kind of thing? But it was it was nuts, man. It was crazy stuff. I'm getting all nostalgic thinking about it. But talking about YouTube, since you both of you know, like, you know, you working on YouTube, and Maya, you work with Endigo on his channel as well as your own, don't you? What do you guys think about? Because I know, Endigo, you get a lot of emails from networks, as do I, pretty much every week, every couple of days. What's your thoughts on the state of YouTube networks at the moment and how it's playing out?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, Endigo, you got called up today by your old network.
Yeah, I literally got... Yeah, I actually got a phone call 2 hours ago. Yeah, from my old YouTube network. And so, the way I see it, or rather, the way I used to see it...
You're not signed at the moment, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm totally freelanced. But I've been so on and off with that because, like, I've talked to some other YouTubers who are international channels, English speaking, who are signed to like stuff like, you know, some of the big network, like Full Screen Media, stuff like that. And I've received like, and I assume you're the same, Dave. I receive emails several times a week from you know, whatever probably networks, broadband TV, same people every day, you know, Full Screen Media and like all these random networks, and they're all like, yeah, we offer you the highest CPM and like the best monetization, the best money, and I don't know, I kind of like, I used to feel like back in the day, like maybe 2 years ago, the way I saw YouTube networks they were kind of like a record label in a way. Like you signed on to them, like you would sign on with a band to a record label, and then they kind of opened doors to like, no, we're gonna give you touring and promotion and write you a book and get you featured at VidCon. But I mean, Dave, have you?
I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? Like they're supposed to like, be the connector, like the bridge between brands, for example, and your channel, so they can find suiting sponsors and and like suiting people to collab with, maybe to grow your channel.
And especially collabing with other people within the network. That's kind of a general idea. But like, Dave, have you been with a network ever?
No, I never have.
Or are you currently?
No, I'm not. Because I saw Pew's did a video on it last year, I think. And
but I think I saw that one.
Oh,
because networks were like, they were essentially created so you could, it was, you know, like a lot of the gamers and a lot of the creators originally had problems with copyright because there was no copyright system on YouTube.
Yeah.
At the beginning. So the networks would act on behalf of the creators, and they would make sure their videos would be monetized. And they deal with any emails or any contacts from any people trying to, especially gaming companies at that time and music companies. But now YouTube's got a whole system in place and policies. So I don't think, unless you're doing something that you know, like is risky with if you're doing commentary on other people's content, then maybe you might want it. But I can't really see the benefits because they don't really increase the CPM.
No,
I've not really.
I guess like the big difference, I think, like the big benefit you could get is for them to be just like, you know, the bridge between maybe, you know, the new company like sponsor you with a new computer or headset or whatever, like put all the work into sending those emails out to companies.
Yeah, like having a manager kind of
to
thing.
match you with.
But at the same time, like once you hit 100k subs, I learned recently, ever since I did, you do get assigned a manager like at YouTube. And so I do have my own manager at YouTube now. Like and I've been to like YouTube workshops and seminars that have been hosted by this manager person in a way that I did expect. So just to back things up a bit, I used to be signed with what was back then Sweden's largest YouTube network. I'm not gonna name them because I don't want them to like get a shout out, but they're
we still have one. Well-known. Like me and Endigo have a Swedish channel signed to them.
Yeah, it's probably best not to name them.
But so I used to be signed on to them. I think I signed on in like 20. I mean, back when I was like nobody, like at all. I'm barely anybody now, but back in like maybe 2015, 14, I don't know. And I was signed on with them for 2 years. And so the entire idea was that, hey, you're a Swedish channel, we're a Swedish network. By working with us, like you get to, because they had like all the big Swedish channels at the time, every single one were signed on to them. So the idea was like, you can connect with them. We host like parties and workshops and like evenings and like whatever, and you can like meet everybody and you get your own partner manager here, and we hook you up with brand deals and whatever sponsorships. And stuff like that. And on paper, that sounds good. And to a lot of these channels, it was a good thing. The problem for me was that my channel was English and still is. And my target audience is like, you know, it's 99.9% not Swedish. And so they couldn't really do anything for me. Because like, oh, sorry, all our top channels, they only do Swedish content. And all the brands want to target a Swedish audience.
Those were big channels, but they,
But they're big in Sweden and only
match.
in Sweden. So, and it's on a much like smaller scale. Like the top channels in Sweden in terms of size, like they don't even have 1 million subs. And those are like the top of Swedish YouTube. So it's kind of small in its own. So I eventually left the company. I left the network in like May of last year. Which turned out to be very lucky because that was right before the channel blew up, and they would have taken like 60% of my ad revenue for nothing. And so that was basically the end of the story until like a few months ago when one of their partner managers started emailing me everywhere like, "Hey, Endigo, can we talk? I only need 5 minutes," and I never called them back. And then this morning, they sent me an email again and like, "Hey, Endigo, can we talk? We just need 5 minutes of your time." And I actually took the call this time. And so I talked to them for like 15 minutes right before we did this podcast. And he basically opened the call with like, "So, Endigo, your and Maya's Swedish channel are still signed on to us." And I thought they were going to say like, "Yeah, the channel is demonetized now due to YouTube's new guidelines," or something like that. Yeah. But what he ended up saying was like, "So, why isn't your main channel signed to our network?" And I was like, "Well," and I basically just, I see no value in you guys because you are Swedish and I'm not, basically.
It's just,
and he started sounding all sad. He's like, I know the company sucked before, but we're a different company now. Give us a chance. So,
but
they've been getting so much crap from like all Swedish YouTubers as well. Nobody likes them in the business anymore.
That's not good. Yeah, because
so,
I just
can't.
Know. There's not this at the moment anyway. There's not. I can't see any huge benefits of being signed to. PewDiePie isn't signed to a network anymore. Like he has problems with demonetization, but
but I mean, he's doing fine still.
Yeah. But in that video, he said the reason he made the video, I think, was because like he was saying that networks were contacting smaller creators who were like a couple thousand subscribers with potential. They were signing them, and then so that if anything happened, then they already got a percentage of their revenue. They don't have to do anything; they're already under contract. And I think that was the problem, and that is a problem. Like unless they can offer something that's useful, then there's no reason to sign with them at the moment. Whereas before, you needed to be successful. So I don't know. It's a weird subject.
But didn't YouTube like recently add that the rule that you can strike if a network gets over more than 50 strikes, they need to put out the network?
I didn't know that. That's cool though, if that's okay.
Yeah, so they've added like channel strikes, like with 3 strikes and the channel's out, except network strikes. So if a network's all channels combined, if they all get 50 strikes, the network is gone. So
because
it's gone really harsh lately.
Yeah, because they were getting what was happening. You'd get networks that would license loads of content, like loads of random content, and then if it was used, they would just go and claim all those videos.
Yeah.
So but loads of companies do it. It's like a business model, but it's really like it's kind of like really morally wrong, because what they'll do, they'll just go and license a load of content, like and if it happens to become a meme, then they're like rich. You know what I mean? They'll just demonetize everything. Yeah. So
it's kind of a smart business move, I guess, if you just think about economics. But but it's not sustainable
for the creators.
Like,
it kind
at
of
all.
sucks. Yeah, well.
So, and I think that's kind of what this network is becoming too, because they did offer me you get 100% of your ad revenue and like no obligations. I'm like, well, there's nothing in it for you then. Like literally,
I guess it's just
why would you want
to have your name? Just to have your name on the brand.
And
they can have their name on the channel, on their network.
Yeah.
And that to me says so much about the state of the network at all. Like because that to me just sounds desperate,
Yeah, totally.
And I think it's not just this company. I think that's like a running thing right now. But at least in Sweden.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But they want to be an attractive network, and then they want to have like a wide variety of cool content creators.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, because I think what people have been realizing is like, I think was it Maker? When they sold Maker, and when all these networks, if they sell them, and then the company that buys them, they're like, "What? Wait a minute, we don't own all the YouTube channels signed," and they're like, "No, they're just kind of signed onto the network." So there's no assets to the company doesn't have any assets. So I think networks are just disappearing.
True,
You know what I mean? So it's a strange one. It's just online content getting a bit weird, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, right.
It is.
So what are you? Are you guys working on anything at the moment? Anything specific?
Network wise. Or
are you building your own network at the moment?
Yeah. No, just like YouTube wise, content wise. You got any big projects coming up?
YouTube wise. Well, I'm working on. Well, first of all, making of Sing, the music video I released yesterday.
Right? Did we talk about that on the pod, or was that before we started recording officially?
I think we mentioned it, but yeah, go on, talk about it because it's awesome.
We mentioned it a little bit. No, yeah. So while we were in Anaheim, like, I really wanted to shoot a music video there.
Yeah.
Or like in LA when we were there, but we were so busy and everything, and then suddenly there were just like 2 days left before we went back to Sweden.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, I want to record something, but I haven't written a new song that I can use. But then I got like through the money from my beautiful Patreons. Thank you, Patreons, if you're listening.
Thank you, Patreon.
I got I got money to buy a ukulele.
Awesome.
So I got this ukulele. I didn't have a recording or anything, but I have this old song I used to play. Like, I played it a lot in different live shows in Japan, and people seem to like it. And it's a cover. It's called Sing, originally like written and performed by the Dresden Dolls and Amanda Palmer. So it's like, okay, but Endigo, if you film me, I have an idea. Like let's make this happen.
I have an idea. Come with me.
Yeah, it was like that. And I was like, but how are we going to do it? Because I don't have time to record the thing. So what we ended up doing was I just had a click on my phone. That was like 150 BPM. And that was the only reference we used during out the whole recording. So I just, this crazy pulled it off. So I just, played the song. I had the click.
Yeah.
That's cool though, like, because that's what the song's about though, isn't it? Isn't that what the song's about?
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Yeah,
Love that.
That's the thing. Totally. The production in itself captures the essence of the song in a weird, unintentionally metaphorical way, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm very happy how it turned out. Actually, it feels like it's the right spirit.
Yeah, because
it's not perfect in any way, but it suits it not to be perfect. It's not the point of the video.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So can I just ask you about that video? You're wearing a wedding dress, right?
Yes.
So what's the story behind that? Okay. I mean, I know it, but I'm hosting.
Okay, yeah.
I guess.
So the story behind that is that's also part of like why we actually made the video. A few days earlier, me and Endigo, I think we had been like inside our hotel room just editing videos all day.
Yeah.
It was the days between E3 and VidCon. And then we went to this Goodwill store, and I just found that huge like princess like wedding dress in there, and I was like, that's funny. But then I saw the price tag, and it was like $15.
Wow.
And I was like, what is this? Can't be right. This looks way more expensive.
Yeah, I did think that actually.
Wedding dress with all the
I thought, did you take that with you, like on the plane? But that's awesome. That's really cool.
But so I was like, I don't know why. I don't need I'm not getting married or anything. But I just like, I saw some like maybe I could use this dress in some kind of art project because the fabric was cool. It had like embroidered flowers, and maybe like shoot some artsy video out in the woods of Sweden or something. Yeah. That was like my original idea when I bought the dress. But then I just thought of this like old Amanda Palmer / Dressendal's quote. Like they used to call their music genre punk cabaret. And with that dress and my kind of gothic makeup and dark accessories, it just became kind of, I don't know.
It's awesome.
It clicked in my head, and I thought like, why not? No, let's do this. And I thought it could be fun, like making a music video to add something, an element of I don't know. I just felt it
it's
felt
really cool.
Like it was supposed to be there.
Like for sure. I was saying to you guys before we start recording that at the end you got a shot of you walking in between like these two really busy roads, like in the middle in this. It's so awesome. It's such a cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, that is so literally like one of the busiest streets in California. That's literally the road between. On one side you have VidCon, on the other side you have Disneyland. So
yes,
yeah,
that was so funny because I just saw that spot between the two roads, and I was like, I want to film there. And Endigo was like, nope, I'm not filming you there. It's too dangerous. Like you can get arrested. You're not allowed to be there. Like.
Yeah,
we're flying to Sweden tomorrow. I really want this shot. I'm like, no, it's gonna be fine. And you were like, at first you're like, I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Did anyone beat your horse?
You didn't want to. So that was there were like a lot of people who were like driving by in their cars were honking and shouting stuff through the windows.
Yeah,
like, woo! And people were stopping in the street when I walked down over my wedding dress. Yeah,
that's so cool. That's so cool.
It was so much fun. So like the first shot I think was Endigo was just standing on the other side of the street filming me in the middle of the road, and then eventually you caved in and you came over to that little strip.
It turned out really good. Like it looks good in the video, but I was like, I'm dead. This is how I die. Goodbye. So.
Yeah, you really didn't want to do it. No. I was like, it's for the art. Come on.
Because I was like carrying the Steadicam and everything, and it's so unsteady still. Because I'm like, oh.
Really cool.
But it turned out pretty cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was worth it. Definitely.
What about it was.
What about you, Endigo? Are you working on anything new or anything big that you want to talk about?
I could tell you, but I would have to. No. So I'm actually planning. I'm actually planning a few different things. Number one, I'm looking towards my 300,000 subscriber special, which I'm going to be doing.
Oh, dear.
Mean, probably sooner than I think, because that's typically how it works out.
That's awesome.
And I'm like thinking, how do I top my 100 and 200, which were like covers of my own remixes. So I've been toying with this idea of maybe doing an a cappella version of Gotta Sweep, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. And maybe bringing on you guys for like additional vocals. I haven't told you guys this. This is the first time you even hear this. So there you go.
That's awesome, dude.
But we'll see. I mean, I do also want to do another piece, like piece 4, which is the code name for all our Japanese music produced videos. But it all depends on when we're going back to Japan.
You should come to London and do like another one, like call it like War or something. I don't know. That'd be awesome.
War.
And I'll
for sure, dude. I want to shoot at YouTube Space London so bad, but it's so hard to get booking, even on like our 100K size. It's so hard because all these top name producers and companies, like they book way in advance. So
I know. But we gotta make it happen.
So for sure.
Oh, cool.
But I am going to Gothenburg next week with my band to shoot a music video. So that's pretty cool. Can't give out any details. It's kind of secret, but it's gonna be kind of cool.
Awesome.
It's gonna be cool. And on that note, we are almost at 1 hour. So I think that we want to hear a little bit about if Dave has any project, and then we are going to have to start rounding off the stream.
Yeah. Cool. Typically, we do reader mail. We clearly don't have any mail so far, but. Hey, send us an email if you have a question you want asked.
Yeah, or comments.
Yeah.
What's the address,
our email
Dave?
Address is...
say that again?
Sorry, Dave, what's the address people can email?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's podcastdemonetized@gmail.com.
There we go. And if that email doesn't reach, just tweet us the question. Use hashtag podcastdemonetized baby. Yeah.
Wicked.
Gotta be that one, or we won't read it.
Just tweet us. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
So Dave, what's going on?
Leslie, what have you been working on lately?
I'm trying to I really want to have more series on the channel, and I've got a load that I'm working on, but I want them to be better produced. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But there is one thing I'm working on at the moment. So I listen to a lot of like piano music, like, you know what I mean, like on Spotify or whatever. And I have this theory, because I was walking the other day and I was listening to this really sad piano music, and I was like, it was like a really sunny day. There was like kids on their scooters, like a little rabbit in the field, and I was like, even though this is like the most happiest scene I've ever seen, because I'm listening to the sad music, it's making it sad. So I'm writing I'm attempting to make it a comedy song about it's going to be about all happy things. Like the lyrics are going to be all happy, but the music's going to be like really depressing. So
that's a good idea.
I'm working on that at the moment. Hopefully that'll be out in the next couple of weeks. But that's the main thing. That's the main thing. But I'm trying to have some more fun with it.
Oh, that sounds cool. Looking forward to it.
Thanks. Yeah, I want to like work with cameraman more often to have more higher produced stuff. But I'm rubbish at doing. Yeah, don't know.
Yeah, for sure. If you ever get your ass to Sweden, or if we get our asses to England, then I'll be happy to help out shooting in that way.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
For sure.
Totally.
I also want to kind of start doing more music. Like I used to do back in the day, like kind of serious songs that were based on video games. So there's this channel called Miracle of Sound, who is a musician. He does original songs, but they're inspired, like heavily inspired by video games, to the point that the music kind of reflects the game itself.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so I did like a couple songs a few years ago. One about Rocket League, for example, and the song was like I really tried to capture the atmosphere of the game Rocket League, and one about No Man's Sky. And I kind of want to get back into doing that. There's this channel called DA Games, for example. Yeah, he does like Bendy and the Ink Machine songs, among much other stuff. And those songs are so good, and I want to do like more stuff like that again. Like he kind of inspired me to get back into that. Yeah. So awesome. we'll see. Hopefully there's going to be some more cool tunes out there soon.
Also, before
seems like we have a common goal here. I also want to do more.
Yeah.
I think like a key is more stuff like saying the music video I did now. Like it isn't. I think it's important to not put too much like prestige on it.
Yeah.
Kind of just do it.
Yeah.
Like take your ukulele and go out there and do it. And
that's what I did with the Jack's Films music video I did the other week. I just took my camera and went out filming. Like,
I
love that one.
Thanks. It would have been fun if I had the cameraman. I need to figure that out. But it is fun. It's just nice to do something different as well, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you like. You never know what's gonna hit. Like I did the I'm Dead metal version, and that was literally I gave Maya a camera, like, hey, film me jumping around this school on a Sunday.
I love that. It's amazing.
People liked it, so that was cool.
We had so much fun shooting that one.
It's really cool.
I was just like, you should jump between these things over here.
Like, get up on the slide with the guitar, and I was like,
can you climb over there? Yeah.
I guess like with the electric guitar, but like stuff like that. That's what's fun, you know. When you're able to do these kind of creative things, like
a good part of YouTube.
Yeah, it's all kind of weird. Like you have to do some stuff that's formulaic. But then you can use that as a resource to then do these other crazy weird stuff. I actually saw your video, Dave, last night on Extra Dave about that exact thing, about wanting to do more creative stuff. And
yeah. I think it's just you have to balance it, you know, because you have to do things that work, but also you know you have to enjoy it. Otherwise, it just
for sure.
Otherwise, like, what's the point? Or I think it's going to shine through. If you're not enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Yeah, people realize if you're not having fun, don't they? Totally.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we could do Dan TDM remixes till we die, but like, there's more to life than that.
Yeah.
No offense, Dan, if you're watching.
With that being said, okay, before we close out the podcast, next time. We need to talk about the whole Dan TDM thing with you, Endigo, because it's crazy what's happened. Like your channel has, I've never seen it's nuts. So next time we'll definitely talk about that for everyone listening.
Sure,
totally.
You got to be there for that because it's going to be insane.
Yeah, for sure. That's really its own thing. Oh boy.
Cool. Is there anything else you guys want to cover before we close off?
I mean, by the time next episode airs, we'll have officially gone to a viewing of what might be our new apartment, so that's cool. Next Monday, we're invited to go view an apartment, and if it looks good and they accept our financials and stuff, we might be moving out into huge shared apartment. Me and Maya build a proper studio, so with a little luck.
Amazing.
That's really exciting, but we're also like... It's on the outskirts of Stockholm in Sweden.
It's actually closer to another city, in fact.
Cool. Whoa,
yeah.
That's crazy.
But we're also looking like at a place in England, in London right now. So nothing is that. Like, I mean, we would prefer. Like, we really want to. We've been talking a lot about like going to London.
Yeah. The problem is
so expensive to live there.
So literally, the apartment we're looking at in London, compared to the one we're looking at right now outside of Stockholm, the one in London is half the size and twice the price. So
everything in London is crazy expensive. Like
so we'll see. I mean, it would be cool, but it's way more instant noodles that way. So I don't know.
Talking about London, I think there's going to be a VidCon London soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I saw a couple months ago. I saw Hank Green tweet about it or something. So it's definitely it's in the pipeline. When it will happen, it'll be another thing. So maybe that'll be something we can do together as well,
dude. Because they do have this thing called Summer in the City, which is kind of VidCon-ish, same kind of thing.
I was going to go this year. Yeah.
Has that already been?
When is that?
Is it happening?
Yeah, has it been?
I think I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I was going to go, but I totally forgot to look.
If it hasn't been yet, let's go if we have the time.
Maybe we could all go together.
Yeah, cool. I'll have a look after.
Maybe.
Sweet.
Sure. But any closing words, or we'll be off?
So links to where you find all of us will be down in the description.
Yeah. Dave, if they want to hear your sweet tunes, how do they find you?
Just look up Day by Dave on YouTube. And it should be there, hopefully. If it's not, then something terrible's happened.
Do you have a Twitter account, maybe?
Yeah, my Twitter, this is confusing because it's not Day by Dave, it's at Dave Delirious, because the guy who's got Day by Dave is inactive and he won't release the flipping name. Sorry.
Dude, I have the same with Endigo on Instagram.
He's been active.
There's an Endigo on Twitter, and he wants so much money for the username, so I'm like, no.
I can't even contact this guy, and Twitter won't help me.
Oh, man.
But hey, at Dave Delirious on Instagram and Twitter, and yeah, wicked.
Do it. And Maya, the illustrious, if people want to see just how illustrious you really are, where can they do that?
Oh, God. You can find me at Maya Fennec. That is Fennec as in Fennec Fox, Fennec, Maya with a Y. Pretty much everywhere. So on YouTube I'm Maya Fennec, Instagram and Twitter I'm also Maya Fennec. I got lucky with claiming the name, so
good job.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Cool.
Yeah, there.
No Patreon plug?
Hey, Patreon! For Christ's sake. Yes! Well,
don't forget about the Patreon!
Don't forget about the Patreon if you want to support my music and my arty project and future songs and stuff. It would mean the world to me if you checked out my patreon.com/MayaFennec. Yeah.
Cool.
So Endigo, how do you find your stuff?
Yeah, I'm Endigo nowhere except on YouTube, where I'm Endigo, and everywhere else I'm Endigo Skyborn, because YouTube was the only place I was able to claim Endigo, ironically, but also luckily, I guess. So yeah, find me anywhere. Tweet me, Facebook me, Instagram me, Patreon me, and do whatever you want. And yeah, I'll catch you next time, I guess.
On the flip side, bye!
Bye!
Everybody was